10 Biblical Superfoods for Healing and Long Life. What if I told you the pharmacy of the future is not found in a sterile white laboratory, but was actually planted in the soil thousands of years ago? Modern medicine often tells us that aching joints, brain fog, and relentless fatigue are just the normal price we pay for getting older. They hand us a pill for every symptom and a side effect for every pill. But what if aging is not a disease to be managed, but a natural process waiting to be properly nourished? Let us take a deep breath together. I know how heavy the body can feel some mornings, when you wake up and your knees throb before your feet even touch the floor, when a frustrating fog clouds your thoughts, when the vibrant energy you once possessed feels like a fading memory. I see you. I know you are tired. You have carried the weight of your world for decades, and your beautiful, exhausted body is simply asking for a return to its ancient roots. Today, we are opening a sacred apothecary. We are going to explore 10 biblical superfoods that hold the power to restore your vitality. These are not merely ancient metaphors. Modern clinical research is proving that these exact foods contain precise molecular compounds. They are biological keys perfectly designed to unlock your body's innate ability to repair itself. We are talking about specific phytochemicals and active enzymes that rebuild DNA, regulate hormone synthesis, and reduce systemic inflammation at the cellular level. Think of these 10 sacred foods as a gentle restorative rain falling upon the parched soil of your body, washing the rust from your tired arteries, soothing the frayed wires of your nervous system, and breathing vibrant life back into your weary cells. Let us begin this journey of healing. The very first treasure in our sacred apothecary is the golden foundation of ancient healing: extra virgin olive oil. For thousands of years it was poured over the heads of kings and used to anoint the weary, a symbol of pure divine favor. Perhaps you know the feeling of waking up with knuckles that refuse to bend, or hips that scream with a sharp burning ache when you try to stand. That deep throbbing inflammation can steal the joy right out of your morning. But this golden oil is not just a symbol, it is profound medicine. Modern science has discovered a phenolic compound within pure olive oil called oleocanthal. This natural compound acts identically to the anti-inflammatory drugs you might keep in your medicine cabinet. It directly inhibits the COX enzymes responsible for your joint pain and inflammation. But unlike harsh pharmaceutical pills, it heals without destroying your stomach lining. Regularly consuming pure cold-pressed olive oil actively lowers inflammatory markers in the bloodstream. It enhances the function of the endothelium, the delicate inner lining of your blood vessels. Think of it as a warm, soothing balm, gently washing the dangerous rust from your arteries, softening the hardened walls of your cardiovascular system, and allowing the vibrant pulse of life to flow freely through your body once more. It is liquid vitality pressed from the ancient fruit, ready to ease your deepest aches. Our second sacred food is the ruby-red jewel of the ancient world, the pomegranate. Throughout biblical history, pomegranates were woven into the garments of the high priests and carved into the towering pillars of the temple. They were the ultimate symbol of abundant, overflowing life. As the years gracefully pass, you might notice moments where your thoughts feel like they are wading through thick mud. You walk into a room and suddenly forget why you are there, or struggle to grasp a precious memory that feels just out of reach. The silent fear of losing your sharp mind can be a heavy burden to carry. Let the pomegranate be your cellular restorer. Clinical nutritionists have identified that pomegranates contain potent antioxidants called punicolagens. These molecules are significantly more powerful than those found in green tea or red wine. When digested, they are converted by your gut microbiome into a remarkable molecule called urolithin A. This specific compound activates mitophagy, a biological process that clears out damaged mitochondria from your cells and stimulates the growth of new healthy cellular engines. In neurology, pomegranate juice is recognized for increasing blood flow to the brain and protecting neural pathways from oxidative stress. Imagine taking a handful of these brilliant sweet seeds and allowing them to act as tiny sparks of light, gently illuminating the darkened rooms of your memory, clearing away the dusty cobwebs of brain fog, and restoring the sanctuary of your beautiful, vibrant mind. The third treasure we uncover from the ancient texts is the humble, sweet fig. In biblical times, the promise of sitting under your own vine and fig tree was the ultimate symbol of profound peace, safety, and enduring health. It was a food of endurance, often pressed into cakes to sustain travelers on long, exhausting journeys. As the seasons of life change, you may find that your own digestion has lost its effortless rhythm. Meals that once brought you comfort now bring a heavy, lingering unease. Or perhaps there is a quiet, unspoken worry in the back of your mind about the strength of your bones, the fragile framework that carries you through each precious day. Figs are a biological powerhouse perfectly designed to address these specific aging concerns. Clinical nutrition confirms that figs are densely packed with soluble fiber and natural prebiotics. These compounds selectively feed the beneficial bacteria within your gut microbiome, directly improving intestinal motility and reducing systemic gastric inflammation. Furthermore, figs deliver a highly bioavailable matrix of calcium, potassium, and magnesium. This exact mineral combination is required to inhibit bone resorption and actively stimulate osteoblasts, which are the cells responsible for synthesizing new bone mass. Imagine this ancient, sun-ripened fruit acting as a skilled, gentle master builder, carefully reinforcing the delicate aging pillars of your skeletal system and weaving a soothing, protective rhythm back into your digestive tract. It is a sweet, sustained vitality, offering you the profound peace of a body that feels solid, resilient, and deeply safe once again. Our fourth healing treasure is the very essence of a promised land: raw, unfiltered honey. Throughout ancient texts, a land flowing with honey was the ultimate promise of restoration and abundant life. It was a sacred medicine used to bind wounds and sweeten the bitter cups of hardship. Perhaps you know the deep exhaustion of a nervous system that simply cannot settle, when your mind races in the quiet hours of the night, or when a persistent dry cough leaves your throat feeling raw, robbing you of the deep restorative sleep your body so desperately craves. It is a lonely feeling when your own body will not let you rest. But this golden nectar offers profound physiological healing. Modern clinical immunology recognizes raw, unpasteurized honey as a potent antimicrobial and therapeutic agent. It contains a unique combination of enzymatic hydrogen peroxide, B-defensin-1, and highly active polyphenols. In clinical trials, raw honey consistently outperforms over-the-counter cough suppressants in reducing nighttime upper respiratory distress. Furthermore, the specific ratio of natural sugars in honey slightly elevates insulin levels, which allows tryptophan to easily enter the brain. This directly stimulates the release of serotonin and melatonin, the crucial hormones required for deep sleep recovery. Picture a spoonful of this raw golden medicine acting as a warm, heavy blanket, gently wrapping around your frayed, anxious nerves, coating your aching throat with pure liquid amber, and finally allowing your exhausted body to drift into a deep, unbroken, and truly peaceful slumber. The fifth ancient remedy is deeply woven into the very fabric of human celebration and divine promise: the fruit of the vine, grapes and their potent extracts. In biblical traditions, the vine was the ultimate symbol of a flourishing life, and its fruit was known to gladden the human heart. But as the years gather, that same heart can become a source of quiet anxiety. Perhaps you know the feeling of a sudden flutter in your chest, or the heavy exhaustion that sets in after climbing a simple flight of stairs. The constant worry over blood pressure numbers can feel like a dark shadow following your every step. Let the wisdom of the vine offer you profound cardiovascular protection. Modern cardiology has extensively studied the skin and seeds of dark grapes, uncovering a powerful polyphenol called resveratrol. This biological compound directly influences the endothelial cells lining your blood vessels. Resveratrol stimulates the production of nitric oxide, which signals your arteries to relax and widen, naturally reducing high blood pressure. Furthermore, it actively prevents the oxidation of LDL cholesterol, stopping the accumulation of dangerous plaque before it can harden within your arterial walls. Imagine the deep, rich essence of the grape acting as a gentle, rhythmic massage for your hard-working heart. It is like a pure, flowing river, washing away the dangerous debris from your cardiovascular pathways, strengthening the very muscle that has beaten tirelessly for you since the day you were born, and allowing you to breathe deeply, freely, and without fear once again. The sixth element in our ancient apothecary might surprise you. It is the cleansing power of bitter herbs and coriander. In biblical history, bitter herbs were consumed to remember hardship, while coriander seed was compared to the heavenly manna that sustained life in the wilderness. They were the great purifiers. As the decades gently unfold, you might feel a lingering heaviness in your body, a sluggishness that sits deep within your center. Meals that once digested easily now leave you feeling painfully bloated and uncomfortable. The vitality that used to flow freely feels trapped behind a stubborn wall of exhaustion. Modern gastroenterology reveals exactly why these ancient plants are so vital. Bitter compounds directly stimulate the bitter receptors on your tongue, which instantly send a signal through the vagus nerve to your digestive system. This biological trigger forces your liver to produce fresh bile and your stomach to release essential digestive enzymes. Coriander specifically contains linalool and geranyl acetate. These powerful volatile oils act as potent carminatives. They actively relax contracted intestinal muscles, preventing spasms and eliminating trapped gas within the gut. Imagine these humble herbs acting as a gentle cleansing flame, sweeping through the heavy congested pathways of your liver, lifting the painful pressure from your abdomen, and reigniting the digestive fire that gives you the energy to embrace your day. It is a brilliant internal reset, clearing away the stagnation and allowing your body to feel light, clean, and profoundly renewed. The seventh remarkable healer in our journey is the ancient world's most fiercely protective bulb, garlic. Throughout history, laborers and builders relied on this pungent root for unyielding strength, and ancient texts reveal it was cherished for its profound ability to sustain life through the harshest of conditions. As the seasons turn colder, you might notice a quiet, lingering anxiety about catching whatever illness is going around. A simple cold that used to pass in a few days now seems to settle deep into your chest, leaving you exhausted and vulnerable for weeks. The fear of losing your independence to sickness is a heavy, silent weight. But this humble bulb is a masterful biological defender. Modern immunology confirms that when you crush or chop raw garlic, it releases a highly volatile sulfur compound called allicin. This specific molecule acts as a powerful broad-spectrum antimicrobial agent. It directly inhibits the proliferation of viral and bacterial pathogens within your body. Furthermore, allicin interacts with your red blood cells to produce hydrogen sulfide gas. This chemical reaction significantly relaxes your blood vessels, which actively lowers hypertension and improves overall cardiovascular circulation. Imagine this potent ancient root acting as an invisible vigilant guardian, standing at the gates of your immune system, gently dissolving the microscopic threats before they can take hold, and wrapping your vulnerable body in a warm protective armor so you can step out into the world with confidence and profound peace. The eighth sacred food we bring forth is a beautiful symbol of awakening and vigilant life: the almond. In ancient scriptures, the almond branch was the very first to blossom in the spring, a profound promise that after the harsh, cold winter, new life was ready to burst forth. It was considered among the finest fruits of the land, a true gift of enduring vitality. But as the years quietly advance, you may feel a winter of your own settling over your mind. The names of dear friends suddenly escape you in mid-conversation, or the sharp, vibrant focus you relied on for decades feels scattered and fragile. It is a terrifying, silent grief to feel your own precious memories slipping like sand through your fingers. Let the almond become your brain's protective armor. Modern neurology has discovered that almonds are densely packed with alpha-tocopherol, the most biologically active form of vitamin E. This powerful antioxidant directly crosses the blood-brain barrier. Once inside, it actively neutralizes the free radicals that cause oxidative damage to your delicate neural pathways. Furthermore, almonds provide a rich matrix of monounsaturated fats and L-carnitine. These specific nutrients are absolutely essential for maintaining the structural integrity of your brain cells and promoting synaptic plasticity, which is your brain's biological ability to form and retain new memories. Imagine these small, nutrient-dense seeds acting as a golden protective shield, gently wrapping around the fragile threads of your memory, stopping the slow rust of cognitive decline, and inviting a beautiful, vibrant springtime back into your mind so you can hold on to every precious moment. The ninth treasure in our sacred apothecary was once considered more precious than solid gold: sweet cinnamon. In biblical texts, this fragrant bark was a primary ingredient in the holy anointing oil, a sacred spice used to consecrate the temple and bring warmth to the deepest, coldest places. As the years gently advance, you might feel the heavy, exhausted crash of your energy mid-afternoon, or perhaps a quiet, unsettling tingling in your hands and feet. The constant anxious worry over blood sugar spikes and sudden drops can feel like walking a dangerous, exhausting tightrope every single day. But this sweet ancient bark holds the biological fire of metabolism. Modern endocrinology has revealed that true cinnamon contains a highly active compound called cinnamaldehyde. This powerful molecule directly mimics the effects of insulin within your body. It actively increases glucose uptake by your cells, pulling excess sugar out of your bloodstream and converting it into usable energy. Furthermore, cinnamon significantly slows down the rate at which your stomach empties after a meal, preventing those dangerous sudden spikes in blood glucose that damage your delicate nerves. Imagine a dash of this fragrant golden spice acting as a warm, steady fire within your metabolism, gently burning away the heavy toxic burden of excess sugar, soothing the frayed, tingling nerves in your extremities, and giving you back a smooth, unbroken stream of energy that lasts beautifully through the entire day. The 10th and final treasure in our ancient apothecary is perhaps the most sacred of all: frankincense. For thousands of years, this precious resin was brought as a gift to kings and burned as a holy offering, its fragrant smoke carrying prayers to the heavens and its rich oil soothing the weary bodies of ancient travelers. As the years add up, you might know the sharp, breathtaking agony of bones grinding against bones. The mornings where simply stepping out of bed feels like navigating a minefield of pain, or the silent, heavy grief of realizing you can no longer get down on the floor to play with your grandchildren. It is a cruel, isolating feeling when your own joints become a prison. But this holy resin offers profound clinical liberation. Modern rheumatology has isolated the active compounds within frankincense, known scientifically as Boswellia serrata, and discovered powerful molecules called boswellic acids. These specific acids are biologically unique. They directly inhibit the 5-LOX enzyme in your body. This is the exact enzyme responsible for producing leukotrienes, which are the primary inflammatory molecules that attack and destroy your joint cartilage. By neutralizing this enzyme, frankincense actively stops the degradation of your tissues and significantly reduces painful swelling. Imagine this sacred golden resin acting as a rich, warm oil, gently seeping deep into the dry, rusted hinges of your body, cushioning your knees and hands with a soothing, protective layer, and unlocking the beautiful fluid movement you thought was lost forever. Do you remember the quiet warmth of your grandmother's kitchen, the heavy aroma of garlic and herbs dancing in the air? The golden stream of olive oil poured with a knowing hand. Back then, food was not just a passing meal. It was an act of profound love. It was medicine gathered from the earth, prepared with deep patience, and served with a quiet understanding of what the human body truly needed to heal. These 10 sacred foods, the olive oil, the pomegranate, the sweet fig and raw honey, the vine, the bitter herbs, the protective garlic, and the blossoming almond, the warming cinnamon and the holy frankincense, they are a gentle invitation to return to that simple ancient wisdom. You do not have to accept the heavy burden of aging as your permanent reality. Your body was beautifully designed to mend itself if only given the right sacred tools. I would love to sit with you in this quiet space a little longer. Please tell me your story in the comments below. Which of these ancient remedies resonates with your aching joints or tired spirit today? Share your journey with us. Because here you are, heard you are valued, and you are taking the first gentle step back to vibrant life.